I am flesh, I am bone, I am haunted by a soul. I am peace, I am war, I am standing at your door. Yeah, I turn away, I look at my car, it won't get me far.
All right. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Another edition of Flying with the Monkeys. We have Mr. Moondog with us tonight.
Hello, everyone.
Bob's flying with us tonight. Draco's at work, so he won't be here, but we're going to continue on our VA Caribbean tour. We'll try and get the last few flights on there wrapped up. Probably not tonight, but here quickly.
Yep.
So...
Yep. I'm going to start my walk around and stuff. Let's see. Oh, let's do this right. Get back inside and go through that check real quick.
Oh, I forgot to start the flight. Did you start your flight in the A-cars?
Yes, I did. Brake set, yep. It's off. It's on. Cow flaps are open. Test. Yep, good. Elevator set for takeoff. It's off. Now quick we'll run around the outside. Yes, I do this just to make sure, because I've done this before and found something broken before.
He's making up stories.
No, I have. On the ailerons, they were all out of whack, on it. So it's like, it was a good thing I did that. It was almost like I overstressed it somehow doing a high-speed turn, and like they were all pulled apart.
Well, now that sounds about right.
Yeah. So. That's good. Time. Yeah, all of those joints. There was one of these ailerons that was just like pulled apart. Lock up the cargo. Go to SOC. Check pitot. Back inside.
Taxiing hold short, runway 7. Using taxiway Charlie, runway 7. Cessna, Zulu, India Golf.
That should full. KTD. Beacon on. Power. On. Cow flaps open. Fuel pump on. Off. Oh, it hasn't started in a while. There we go. Flaps all the way up. Because we hit Control E, all the lights and everything else are on. Okay. Doing this as IFR, so we need to clearance. Anyone happen to check to make sure all the other people can be heard in my chat? Let me know. What was this? 3446.
Beef Island Tower, Cessna, Zulu. Runway 7. Cleared for takeoff, runway 7. Cessna, Zulu, India Golf.
Alright. address in. We have that. I haven't looked up yet what is where we're showing up, what the ILS is yet.
What do you mean?
The navigation for the ILS and such. I don't have that yet, but that's not a big deal. 30.02. Aside from that, we're all set. Local time's 10:52. Running. Request taxi.
You gonna wait for Moondog, Bob?
Yeah.
Waiting on the Moondog.
I'm taxiing.
Oh, let's see, what's our, look up our altimeter here.
30.02.
3004.
04 now. Okay. Wow, what am I doing here? How fast am I?
Okay, we got airport. We're on runway heading to go there.
All right, Bob. I'm clear if you want to go. Tower. Let's take off. Cleared for takeoff. Yep. Pulled it too fast. Everyone just lost their lunch.
Hi, Jacob.
And as I had told Zig before we actually started, I threw in Mrs. Moondog, Zig, and Mrs. Zig into the back, so everyone probably lost their lunch. So just don't tell the missuses.
128.65 for Cessna, Zulu, India Golf.
What the hell are you doing, plane?
India Golf is at 600.
Acknowledge handoff, thank you.
Cessna, Zulu, India Golf. Someone center, Roger. Altimeter 3004. Cessna, Zulu, India Golf. Turn right, heading 115. Resume on navigation. Climb and maintain 3000. Cessna, Zulu, India Golf. You are 8 miles west. Turn right, heading 140. Climb and maintain 3000. Expect vectors visual. Runway 10. Approach. Turn right,
You alright back there?
Yeah, I'm just. This thing is like going to the freaking moon. Trying to get it set for level flying.
110. Turn left heading 110. Cessna Zulu, you get off.
Why is it not stopping at 3,000?
Do you have it just going climbing, or do you have it?
I got it set now, but I thought I had it. Sometimes the autopilot in this thing is still weird. I mean, not sometimes,
Oh, yeah.
all the times. It's like some nights I don't have any problem with it, and other times I can't seem to quite get it set exactly like I'd like. And I feel like I'm always doing the same thing.
Yeah, it feels that
finicky,
way.
doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Seems like it's more difficult than it should be.
Well, that looks nice down there. Now that I'm not worried about crashing into the freaking water because I'm stalling it.
How high are you
Still.
going?
4,000.
I can see you back there.
Still had flaps down. That's not good.
Oh, depends.
When it's trying to stall, yeah, it's probably fine to have it. I had enough speed, but I'm like, I've almost got it down to 60 knots with the flaps. Trying to climb this last little bit, so. Because I'm trimming it out for cruise, you know, I'm pulling the mixture back, I'm pulling the prop back, but I still have the flaps set. So it's like, inevitably I'm going to crash if I keep letting it go that route, so. more up in the air. And this thing is stalled. Shut up. Oh, quit. I went outside view and this thing stalled on me.
What do you got going on tonight?
Come on. Steady out. Come on. What are you doing, plane? Turn on the freaking autopilot and it just goes straight up. Yes, I heard your last transmission.
Get it all sorted back there? Still at
I haven't.
3,800 feet, so you're not in the ocean yet.
No, I'm not in the ocean now.
Well, it sounds like your stream's probably a lot more exciting than mine. We're just sitting here cruising right along.
I have. It's a good thing no one's said anything in chat because I've literally been fighting this thing. I'm like, I'm at level flight. I'm doing like 135 knots.
Yeah.
I've had this up at 160 because I was nose down. So, yeah.
Hey, Nesta, welcome to the stream.
All right. I think I've got it enough under control that I can now figure out what I need to do to.
You know, I don't know if you know this about the autopilot, but if you, like, say you're climbing at like 300 feet per minute or something, if you hold down the autopilot button for 2 seconds, it stores your vertical climb, or it basically locks in your current setting.
Yeah.
So if it's wigging out, like maybe if you're at a steady or just a slight up or down, maybe hold down the autopilot button for like 2 seconds and let it settle in that way or something. I don't know if you knew that about this, but if you've established, say, like a 500 feet per minute climb, you can click over to the autopilot and just hold down the AP button for like 2 seconds and it'll lock in that vertical climb. Then you can hit the heading and then you can reset it to whatever you want, you know what I mean? But that'll just help stabilize the plane. Usually that's what I do or try to do.
Yeah, and there's a barrel on the autopilot too.
Ooh, yeah, I always forget to do that.
I just saw that again. I'm just.
I wouldn't think that would make it climb like that, but I always forget to set that barrel till I'm into the flight.
So I just want to climb the extra 200 feet per minute and get to 4,000 where I'm supposed to be. Then I'm going to request to go to 1,000 down.
We must got a little bit of a tailwind or something because I'm zipping along at 130.
Yeah, I'm at 130. No, but I can't request down any, so okay.
I'm in the green. So.
I've had my flaps open the whole time. I want to close them now. Although open, I had a faster speed. Alright, cabin is nice and steady. My fuel economy is way higher than what I normally have it at. Because until I got this under control, I put it, you know, the props all the way maxed out again, full. Mixture was in a bad spot, so let's see. Throttle was almost all the way full.
Where'd you go, Bob?
What?
Did you go somewhere? You disappeared off my screen.
I don't know. I'm cruising out 150.
Oh, okay. You might have just got far enough out ahead of me.
Yeah, I've got a Cessna 208 that's way out ahead of us. That's got to be Bob. I've got you. I'm right behind you.
Yep, I see you back there.
Ground speed for you is 116. I'm 125, and Bob's 162. So he's just pulling. Bob has definitely been, you know, we're going somewhere. Okay, I'll be there. He just doesn't cruise along. He goes, I'm going to go there, I'm going to get there, and I'm done. That might not be how you actually do it, Bob, but that's just
it does seem
how
like
it looks. Yeah.
No, it's because I don't have much time. Because school reasons.
Yeah. That's fine. He's going to get
But
there. He's going to land.
Might be able to slow down a little bit tonight because I'm getting out of school for the summer.
Oh, you're not done yet for the summer?
Today technically counts. I'm not gonna be there tomorrow and Thursday. Those are my last 2 days.
Gotcha.
They shortened it by 2 weeks though, so next summer will start in May. Is what the district says.
Oh, GeForce Game Ready driver is available. Go away.
Yeah, I
don't wanna
got
mess
one of
with
those
that.
too.
Oh, I'm finally out of some clouds. What was it the other night when you wasn't here? I flew with Draco, landed, and out of memory aired right
Oh,
after
yeah.
I landed up and taxied.
Well, that worked out just about right.
Yeah, it's like I couldn't have gone any further. I was taxiing in it. I'm like, okay. Well, I guess I'm done here. Fahrenheit, 20 Celsius. Volts 26.2. 27 minutes left in the flight. Procedure, enter. What did he say? What did they say we were landing on?
2-8.
Was it 2-8?
Yeah.
I don't know. I had so many things with
Yeah.
expedite your climb, you're out of position, visual runway 10.
Oh, yeah, I got 10 as well.
2-8.
So, NDV 10, Q8, enter.
Yeah, that narrows it down,
Vector.
don't it?
Which is nice. It's a straight in for us.
Oh, is
We
it?
don't have to loop. Yeah, we don't have to do what Bob has to do, is go out, pass, and come back around. All right. So I have a. Anyone that has watched us enough knows that Zig and I do maintenance, construction, building stuff, right? So we might as. Do you feel like answering a question for me, Zig? It's a tiling question.
Sure. Hi, Ubuntu. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Okay. So the bathroom that did the bathroom tile around the surround, right?
Okay.
Which I'm mildly impressed with. They finally decided, let's just put tile on the floor. And they're going to let me do it again. There's
Okay.
already tile on the floor, though.
Okay.
Tile right over the tile? Something that...
I have done that.
Okay.
There is a product that you can put down that is supposed to help the
Adhere
thin
the
set
two
bond
levels.
to the
Yeah.
old tile.
Okay.
Are there any of the tile shop stores in your area?
Possibly, probably.
I don't know if they have a location there. I know they got locations all around the country. I know that they have the product there. That's where I got it.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't remember what it was called. But it was some sort of like it was like a bonding membrane, I think, is maybe what they called it. And
Okay.
you just basically you clean the existing tile, you know, so it's not dirty
Right.
and dusty, and you just like roll that on there and then like let it dry for a day, and the next day you're good to go, and just put thin set right down on it, I believe.
Okay.
Was the procedure. If I remember correctly, it's been several years since I did that project.
Right. Okay. I thought so, maybe. So it's one of those. So it's already from the subfloor to the top of the tile already, like almost an inch. And now I'm putting another layer of tile on it. You're going to need a ladder to step into the bathroom.
Wait, say that again? Sorry. Oh, for the threshold?
For the threshold, yeah.
You're going to need a ladder. Yeah.
Don't go running into the bathroom and
You break
or
a
be
toe.
a little kid and yeah. Middle of the night, stumbling to the bathroom, not awake. Your wife will be awake when you start screaming and hollering at the tile.
You know, I don't remember what we did about that. You know what? Is there already a bump there, did you say?
There's already a bump there. Someone already put like a 1 inch tall piece.
Uh-huh.
When I get done with the tile, I might be level with it. If I don't, you know.
Hey,
I don't know.
firefighter Andrew, welcome to the stream.
Hello, everyone over on Zig's stream.
What's on the outside? What's on the other floor that it meets up to? Is it wood?
Hardwood.
It is hardwood?
Yeah.
You
But
could-
we're already way up above the existing.
Yeah, I'm just saying you could fashion a transition to help,
Yeah.
like at an angle. You know what I mean? A little bit.
Yeah. As you say that,
Like a
might
transitional little threshold piece that would help.
bust out the old one and put in a piece of wood that's more of a transition piece.
Or
that'll
I
cover
was
all
thinking
of it.
even just doing it in front of the one that's there. Is it like one of those big, thick marble pieces
Yeah. it
that's
is.
there now?
Yeah. Which makes it higher than the bathroom tile now, but it might be even flush or just underneath the new tile.
Yeah.
So it's like,
That would be the question, is if it's how it's gonna flush out with the new tile. Because if the new tile would be above that, then it might be a little better finish if you would break out that
the
marble
old one.
piece
Yeah.
and then
yeah.
let your tile run up a little further and then fabricate a new one
piece
out
there.
of oak and stain it to match and get it
Yeah.
a little nicer fit and finish probably that way.
Right.
A little more, it's a little more work to fabricate that and get it to fit nice, but it's not
Hey.
terribly difficult if you got a table saw usually or something.
Oh, I gotta go out and buy one. I don't have a table saw. I don't have all the fancy tools that you have. I have all the Amish. I have an Amish table saw. You hold this circular saw upside down and run it through that way.
Yeah, that's a OSHA violation.
My wife just said, "You're scaring me." I haven't come home with any missing fingers yet.
Can I take a song request? I don't sing, Andrew. I know that's not what you meant, but the stream will get a copyright strike. Can't do that on YouTube.
She came in. Hold on.
Yeah, well, so far I've managed to not have any copyright strikes on YouTube, so prefer to keep it that way. Unless you like one of the songs that I own, I couldn't even play those. I don't have that set up on this computer.
Now that's disappointing, Zig. 'Cause now I want to hear some of your music.
I don't even know how to do that. Well, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't. That wouldn't get a copyright strike, would it? No different than when I use it in the intro.
Right. It's your own. It's not
Yeah.
It's not. The worst would happen is if it's too close to something else, and then they highlight it, and then you gotta contest it. I actually had one not too long ago with the when we were doing the Wreckfest, and I didn't. What it was it was it was marking it because I wasn't racing anymore, and I was watching the other guys, and there was just enough of the music in the game
Gotcha. Yeah.
that they could catch, and it was like, and they copy strike that, and I'm like, it's in-game music.
Yeah, but still, best to try and
So-
turn all that off if you can. If you're streaming it.
Yeah. Okay, update. I haven't crashed yet.
Well, that's good.
I'm holding steady, and I think I'm catching you.
You got some grayish-looking clouds coming up here.
Yeah, I'm about 1,000 feet too high for it because I'm flying through all the clouds.
Then look at active sky. See if
Okay,
that's a issue.
It doesn't look like it. It's just thick enough to be a cloud, but not really holding anything. So I muted my wife coming in and beating the hell out of me because of the circular saw comments. She
give you
You're
a
not
good
supposed to
talking
do
to?
stupid. You're not supposed to do stupid shit like that. All right, I won't tell you about any of the other stuff either. Then.
Yeah, I don't see any.
I was on the roof today. Cleaned out the gutters, so I was already up that high, so I jumped up on the roof and noticed that the shingles are basically shot. And there's two opposing thoughts here. They're already sort of at the amount that they want to spend and not spend anymore.
Right.
And it's like the roof. I mean, if they do a roof, I mean that's going to be a good chunk. And it's like, well, if you hire a company, a roofing company to come in, yes, it would be. If I just threw an extra layer on top of it, it wouldn't be because it would just be the shingles and the time, and my time will probably be less than,
Right.
the company coming out to do it.
We're full of
Only
gas,
thing is-
Andrew. I
We're
topped
full of
off
gas.
before we went. Yeah, I don't do any roofing stuff. I can't get up on a roof. Well, I could get up there, but you'd have to call the fire department to get me back down. That's what happens. I get up there and I get locked up.
You get locked up. It's just a ladder. It's not. I ain't coming back down.
Well, I can tell you from our experience selling this other house that we rehabbed, they're just, potential buyers are just going to pick at everything. Like everything.
Oh yeah.
Like even on, I think she has a contract on it at like maybe $850 or something, and they came back and they're like, well, the pool that we want to put in and the landscaping that we want to do is going to cost a lot of money, and they're just really stretching it like stuff to try and chisel the price down, and like, who cares what kind of pool and what landscaping you want to do? That's not our problem.
This is the house. This is what the house costs.
Right. That's all extra, but they're trying to.
Well, we want to put a pool in, so can we get a discount on the house so that we can put our pool in? No.
And there's
this is
like
the cost of the house.
Like they're like on the cabinets, like the cabinet doors are a mitered door. Do you know what I mean when I say that? Like how a cabinet door, like you have your you have your mortise and tenon type of construction in a door, or are you not that into cabinets that you know the difference?
I'm not, but I have watched the old Yankee Carpenter a few times, and I think I remember stuff. The Tennyson's ones is the one where
The mortise and
it
tenon
goes
is actually the
goes
better
into
type of
other-
construction.
yeah,
To be quite honest.
they feather together
Yeah. And it's
in the corner.
The
In
door
the mortise one, they're 45 degrees, sort of glued and nailed together.
exactly. And the mortise and tenon, the way they lock like that is the better construction, but there's still a frame that has a floating panel in it, right? Like cabinet panels float, you know that, right? To allow for expansion and contraction so the doors don't twist so bad.
That they're supposed to, but then once they sit up there long enough and get
Yeah.
enough dirt caked into them, they sort of become solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cabinets that we put in there have a mitered door style, and because those are really popular right now. Well, they're a painted cabinet. They're like an off-white color. So they're like, well, some of the cabinet doors have cracks in them, and all it is where
joint is
the
above,
miter has
but-
moved a little bit. So there's like literally, it's like the crack is like a hairline, like as thick as two pieces of hair. You know?
It's enough to see it. It's where
Yeah.
the paint is cracked because it's
And if it was on
gone from winter when you finished it to now summer, and it's going to have that little bit of give, and that's what happens.
well, and it's a painted cabinet, so it's painted white, so any type of light colored cabinet, anything like that is
Get it
super
lo-
sort of noticeable. Like if it was on a cherry stained cabinet, you'd never know.
Yeah.
Nobody'd ever see it. You just would never
No.
know because it would blend in. But they're like nitpicking stuff like that, and it's like, jeez, they ask for
someone
20.
smokes too heavy.
They
Someone
ask
smokes
for
too
20
heavy,
grand.
it gets the dirt
20,000
along the
off.
edge there. Yeah,
Oh, and they're like,
20,000. Oh wow.
yeah, they wanted a
Wow.
reduction in for 20 grand, and it's like, oh, and they were picking out like, well, some of the outlets and switches are white, and some are not, or some are still like the ivory. It's like, people, we did all the ones in the new rooms that we did, like the laundry room and the kitchen,
Yeah.
and actually almost everything on the main floor. We actually had the electrician change out all the devices to white. But some of the other rooms, like on the other end of the house, like the master bathroom and some of the rooms we didn't really do a lot of work in, we left them as
You just
as
left
ivory.
them, right? Yeah.
And then, it's 7 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms. You know how much money that would cost to go through? And I swear the electricians got paid by the switch in that house anyways, because this house has more switches than I ever seen. And it's like even though we did a substantial rehab, these people think like they're getting a brand new house. It's like, it's still a 30-year-old house. Everything's not new and perfect. It's unbelievable. I gotta get the dog. I'll be right back.
All right. Yes, welcome to the flying where we talk about maintenance. Bob's like, I don't want to hear any more of this. I just want to land and get out of here now.
No, it's pretty interesting. Arguing about what's better.
Well, I mean, it's stuff that we hear and deal with all the time.
I hear it all the time too with my dad.
Okay, all of it approach, okay. And you're going to have people that complain about stuff all the time in every job that you have, so
Yeah.
it's dealing with it. We changed all the plugs in the house that I'm working in because it's not a big house. It's not nearly as big as the one that he worked on. But changing all them plugs was not fun because they're not 3-prong grounded plugs, they're all 2-prong non-grounded. So now you have to change them still to the 2-prong so that they don't assume that it's grounded. And guess what? The Home Depot and Lowe's and stuff like that, they don't always carry them on the shelf. You can buy them, but they don't carry them in stock. Not all of them.
Right. Were you still talking to me and I was gone?
No, I was talking to Bob.
Oh, okay.
Bob's.
Good.
I was like, Bob. I made the comment. Bob just wants us to shut up. He doesn't. No, he actually sort of interested. Because I said, welcome everyone to the maintenance talk while we
Yeah,
fly.
while we fly. But yeah, we got a contract on that house, but it's just,
Well, that's,
you know, it's just like ridiculous. My partner was, you know, composing the rebuttal letter and was just like, you know, the cabinets have a 5-year warranty for legitimate warranty issues, which, you know, the slight cracking on a miter door on a wood cabinet on a painted finish is not. That's going to happen. It's wood.
yeah.
It moves. It just does. I mean, sorry, but
Just think how bad those cabinets are going to look the first time the lady's in there or the husband's in there cooking, forgets that he's cooking, and starts a small little fire. They get it out real quick, but that smoke's just going to show every freaking crack. Because it's just going to cling against that edge.
well, I hope they don't burn it down. I put
No,
too much work
but
in
if
there.
you burn too much bacon, you get bacon and you just get it, you know, that quick little grease fire where it just smokes
yeah.
enough for a second, you'll create quite a bit of that carbonized smoke, and it will find all the cracks. It'll just cling to it.
Well, you know what? If they got the hood turned on, because there's a 48-inch Viking range in there, if they got the hood turned on, if you turn it on high, it'll just about lift the hair off your head. So it could
Where are you
expel
going?
most of the. It told me to turn 195.
Oh, okay. Because I see you turning real bad all of a sudden. There. I'm
Oh,
like,
are we that
okay.
close already?
Yeah.
How come it seemed like it took a lot longer the other night when we were flying with Draco?
I mean, we were flying a little slower the other night.
Not that much though, were we?
Uh,
I was flying the same plane. I mean, I might have been flying like 10 knots slower.
Hello.
Oh, speaking of Draco.
There's your,
I slowed down to catch up. For you guys to catch up to me, I slowed down to 120 knots doing my flight, and I just landed. I thought that was enough.
We didn't do the throat punch raffle yet, Draco.
I'm in the mood. Anybody who wants to piss me off, I'm already about 3/4 of the way there.
okay.
Of who gets it first, me or Moondog?
Anybody in this room right now?
Turn left, heading 130, descend and maintain 2,100.
130.
Expedite it. How fast do you want me to crash this plane?
Cessna 2, get off.
21. Rough one at the office today?
It's never an easy one.
And it didn't help that your best friends were harassing you before.
Oh, what doesn't help is the fact I'm coming down with a sinus infection.
Oh, well,
Yeah, Zig's just
sorry
being
if I
around.
passed that on to you. I don't know how, but through the headphones, but
Decided to deal with jackasses all day, so I'm looking for a fight.
I heard Bob was saying all sorts of nasty stuff to you about you.
Oh yeah, it was real nasty.
Bob just started.
2,500.
Bob just started talking like 2 minutes ago. Forgot he was there.
Bob, if that was true, I'd have you crying right now.
No, we've just been talking maintenance stuff, so we could talk about bad work now.
But seriously, Bob, ask them. I can be brutal if I want to be,
Well, you can be, but
especially if I'm in a mood.
yeah. All right, so that's that island. That's this island, and it's the runway's over here. Probably down that way a little bit, the far coast. Okay. And we are doing visual on this landing.
So I've found a plane I'm going to get, so that way when you guys fly the Duke, I can keep up with you.
What'd you
Okay.
find?
Caronato's new plane that came out, the Cessna 4 something or other. $35 for that plane is not a bad price.
Process.
Are you guys gonna do a second flight or no?
Probably. Fate approach. Get online. I would like to. We need to try and get the tour done.
Millennium is doing some work.
They're revamping the website, and then when all those updates are done, they are redoing all of the flight numbers and such, and they're all getting reclassified into open and professional and historic, and I guess a little more organization on that end, the way it sounds. So I said on there, if you've got any tours that you're working on to try and get them done. They don't know that there'll be problems, but they don't know that there won't be, I guess.
I haven't been on there in such a long time.
Yeah. Saw that.
Yeah, the C421 Golden Eagle.
Well, I thought it was named something else. That could be it, though.
You're thinking of the 340.
Yeah. Yep, that is what I'm thinking, because I thought it was almost like that 340 is very similar to that F406 Caravan that I have.
Yeah, and it's also real similar to the Cheyenne that I have.
Because that C340 is like a version of the Caravan, I think. More or less.
Alright. So where are you ladies landing at?
TQPF.
I'll be sitting at parking 3. And what are you guys going to be flying?
The 182.
182.
Wait, TQPF, that's the Valley in Anguilla.
TQ, E is in Paul, F.
TQPF.
That's the one we flew into the other night.
Sitting at parking 3. Going to where?
TAPH.
Garuda. And GPS direct VFR. I'm only going to do 4,000 feet.
Runway 10, Cessna Zulu India Golf.
Sky up and then.
Okay. Active Sky has you and me at the same spot. Where are we at to each other here, Zig? Are we going to land on top of each other?
I don't know. I don't see you, but
Are you guys in the Sky Park?
yes.
Runway 10, Cessna Zulu India Golf.
Have you landed?
No, I'm on final.
Okay. I am also, but I don't see you in the
Oh,
sky.
there's a
with me
170.
anywhere.
Oh, that must Bob though. That's a 172.
No, I'm on the ground.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
see you up there.
Alright.
Sometimes when just the name pops up, it's hard to see exactly where it's at.
Yeah, I
And
saw Draco.
unless you're
pop
like
in
right
up
on
there.
top of me. I'm at like 1,100 feet.
I'm at 18.5.
Well, you could be right on top of me.
Damn, there's nobody in Dog's chat I can yell at. Zigs.
No, no one's in my chat. Why would anyone be in my chat?
Zigs chat.
1,000.
Jake, can't yell at him. He's like mad at me. I never yell at somebody else's kid. Firefighter Andrew. Into Linux. That's an interesting.
Autopilot is off. knots. 1,300 feet. Up, I see Zig, marker for Zig at 770.
Shit, it's night. What time do you have? Are you guys flying at?
It's just about noon.
So,
yeah, 11:43 currently for us. I don't know what the next flight schedule time is supposed to be, but probably about noon, 12:30.
$500.
Way high at 1,000 feet. We don't need that up there. Back off up.
400. 300.
Almost to the glide slope. There's glide slope.
Avionics all off for right now.
200.
Holy crap, Zig, we're close.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide, can I get this to go any slower so I don't run him over?
100.
I'll take the right side of the runway.
You'll take the right? Alright, now I gotta go to the
Ish.
left.
50.
I'm just wondering how much those people are going to charge you guys for cleaning
40.
the tire marks off the roofs.
30. 20.
Whoa. I think just pitched
10.
Yeah. See, for me, you guys didn't even land on the runway. You guys landed in the grass.
Well, I was right on the edge, so I could save Moonroom toggle over.
Yeah, well, I'm close enough. The wind is pitching me. I just about crashed it there.
No, you both landed to the left of the runway. To me.
No. I'm down.
Yeah, I'm down.
It'll pass. It was a 333 is what it said. Well, that's what Fly Live said. Maxi parking.
Yeah. Every single customer that came into the store today, I was telling them no. I was feeding off of their disappointment.
Not really sure where parking's over here. Okay.
Yeah, you just rolled past me.
Who did?
You did, Zig. On your stream.
I didn't even see you. Got that going where I can't see you still?
You guys are you guys are to my left a little bit.
Oh, okay. I see you over there.
Parking brake. Parking brake. Sure out.
Alright. Shut her down.
Magneto's off, so I can turn this thing to stop flight. And we're whistling. 332. Hey, it passes.
That's all that matters.
File.
Okay.
Current bids.
Mine was only a 103. That's very good for me in this plane. I usually drop it pretty hard right at the end.
No, you were pretty good. I was having the issue. Mine was really nice, and then all of a sudden it caught wind because I was like literally 1/10 of a mile away from you.
Yeah, so you got caught up in his prop wash.
Oh yeah, and then all of a sudden I got rocked to
Okay.
the side. So
So then it's TQ, EF to TAPH. Get that one loaded.
yeah, let's see, departure time 15:40. So let's
15:40.
do- Yeah, let's go. Let's do that. That way it's on that. Flight plan. Wait a minute, flight planner. Yeah.
And you guys aren't going to do like a whole walk around and everything, right?
No, I did that before this flight, so.
So,
Yeah, me
about
too.
5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Not even that. The valley, yep. Active runway. We're
3000.
leaving it there because we're not going to reset all the way
Okay,
there.
15:35 is what I'm setting the time to.
That's what I set mine to.
What's that? TAPH?
Okay, so
It's been so fucking cold here today. Wind's been blowing straight off the lake.
We actually contemplated, do we need to make sure that the heater can kick on tonight?
really?
Yeah. It's going from 70, 80 degrees down to it's maybe 50 tonight.
It's 55 right now,
F.
Yeah.
but with the wind and everything, feels a hell of a lot colder. Yeah, with the wind, it feels like it's 42, but wind's blowing out of the north at 10.
World time.
TAPH. And IFR direct.
Okay, I'm gonna start getting my stuff.
1,000. Good.
Okay, so
Avionics up.
light started.
Stroke.
Mike is still good, and I see your guys' thing moving on the Discord, so they should be hearing everything tonight. Should not be hearing one side of the story.
Alright. Start flight. Start the plane. Alright, we're all set up for the next leg here. Though I didn't update it in Fly Live. Let me do that real
Nope, that's the last thing I got to do.
QPF 2 PH. Okay.
What are the name of the airport? What's the name of the airports that we're at again? Because I gotta load my flight plan into Active Sky. It's not Will Rogers Memorial.
TQPF.
No, the actual names.
Oh, I don't know.
I can look here in a minute, but I don't have it this second.
You have to know the exact name?
To load it into, because I'm trying to load it from the flight sim into this because I started the flight sim before I started the simulator.
Gotcha. Before you started Active Sky.
Yeah.
Let's see. Wallback Airport?
Wallback to Gordington.
Yes.
Oh,
There we
why?
go.
It's not letting me do request for the IFR.
Go to, what was it that I clicked on? Taxi for takeoff. Click on it, and then it should pop up the request for
No,
clearance.
no. All I have is turn on or off progressive taxi.
Did you taxi all the way to your parking spot?
I don't know. I don't know where I was supposed to go.
Okay.
I guess I can try to move around here a little bit. Actually go to a parking spot. Whoa! Somebody popped in right in front of me there.
Let's see here. Okay. 4,000 feet.
And even with progressive taxi on, it doesn't tell me where to go. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if that works or not, but
Damn, my freaking engine just stalled.
I don't know. What would I have to do? End the flight to do that? I don't want to end the flight and redo it all.
No, just don't do it IFR.
Just fly it and not worry about it?
Yeah.
That's easy enough too. There's no approaches for that airport, so be the only reason nice to have the IFR, but we'll figure it out. We have the technology. So whenever you guys are ready, I'll follow you.
Looking at runway 10.
Who was that just went in front of me?
I wasn't looking out the side, so it might have been me.
You just pull out onto the runway?
Yep.
Alright, I'm just gonna follow you then.
Oh, fuck me. That's the only thing about the Cessna. It will flip over really damn easy.
want to go to the end of the runway and just flip around?
Well, I'll be there if this thing ever reloads, so that way then I can turn around and. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I don't like about P3D, is that if your plane crashes or you want to end it, it immediately takes you back to the default. Everything: default airplane, default airport.
Well, I was just meaning that so that you guys could turn around in front of me.
Oh,
Just be
well, I
lined up
followed
and-
you around behind you.
Well, I got at least a couple minutes before I'm back with you guys, because
It's fine.
I got to figure out a way to where it doesn't default back to that. Because you know how like FSX, if you crash, it just defaults back to the
Oh,
airplane
yeah.
that you were flying at the airport you originated from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't here.
Parking brake set for the being.
Okay. Select.
Definitely don't pitot heat so yet.
Okay.
Set that. Good there. Be about the same. Alright. Draco, I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick while we politely wait. Be right back, everyone.
Let's see. Check the barrow. Oh,
It shouldn't take this long. Everything should still be cached in the memory. So I think Saturday I should have enough money saved up to get my steering wheel.
oh, cool. Are you looking at that Thrustmaster one? Is that the one you're...
I don't think I'm going to be able to pull that one off.
Oh, okay.
Because instead of them being, cheaper like they were, it's now like almost a $200 steering wheel.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What were they before? Like 150 or something?
something like that.
Alright. So air traffic. Got Zig right behind me.
Getting everything set up here. Be ready to be with you guys in just a second.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'll yell at me once I take off and I can just file a new IFR when I'm...
That's possible.
Feet. And
Bob, you flying with us still?
Who's got the F406 coming?
I don't know. I've got it as the Beechcraft 1900.
Oh, okay. Are you taxiing down, Draco?
I'm just now starting to.
I'm taxiing down.
Oh, okay. Bob's still here. All right.
Yeah. What are you in, Bob? What are you actually in? Because it's pulling up different for both of us.
Oh, let me check. It's just the aircraft. I didn't look at which one it was.
Oh, okay.
He's in an airplane.
I know. Do you think they could get the traffic any closer to the runway though here, Zeke?
Oh, I know, at the end there.
Yeah.
I think I broke off somebody's antenna on their car when I came in. I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna be 1900.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So that's Beechcraft 1900. Okay.
Yeah, but I could go on a B200 to make
Which-
it a little better model matching.
Well, no, because I have the 1900. That's why it's shown. That's fine.
Am I heading towards you guys?
All right.
Yep, I see you all.
Draco, when you get down here, if you want to pivot ahead of us,
I'm
That
going to
would
be taking off on a different part of the. Remember, my
okay.
runway is different than your guys'.
your runway is different. Okay. All right. Yeah, because you're coming down in the grass beside the runway. All right. Request clearance. Clear for takeoff.
I'm gonna follow you right out. Ish.
I'll pivot around here and I'll be right behind you guys. Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan. Let's get them flaps up so we don't have those issues.
Were you flying with your flaps down again?
Oh, I had all sorts of fun when I took off the first time. I got this thing up to about 180 knots.
How did you do that?
I was pointed towards the ground because I kept it went into stall and all that, even with the airplane setup. So why is the volts not reading low? Go. Yep, I'm all over the place.
Autopilot on. See you later, whoever that is. I'm about ready to fly that right past.
$2,500.
What the freak? I'm done.
What happened?
I had to kill the autopilot because it's got me trying to climb so steep that I'm stalling. And I just got shunked out of the way from. And now it's getting shoved the other way.
what's going on that's happening to you tonight.
It's prop wash.
No,
With the autopilot, that's
that was
something
happening
else.
before.
Yeah. It's like this thing just
So I got Bob right in front of me, and he's knocking me around with this prop wash.
Moondog had that going on the last flight when he was taking off with nobody around him. Did you try holding down that button for 2 seconds?
well, yeah, and
And it
that
still
wasn't
did it?
the issue. That wasn't the issue. I reset it. It was climbing, then it just kept climbing and losing speed. So
It's weird. I've not really had that happen with this airplane. With the autopilot.
yeah. Sorry, I'm dealing with it.
All right.
Well, it's climbing correctly. It's on nav now correctly. It's just, I don't know.
It's weird that that's happening though. Said I've never had that problem with this plane.
All right, making everyone either seasick by taking off or jumping around looking at everything on the dashboard.
I'm probably making them worse. I gotta get 2 loops. It's not a good day for the people on my cabin.
Cessna, Zulu, India, Golf, 9 miles east of Tango, Foxtrot, Golf, request IFR, Tango, Alpha, Papa, Hotel, British copy. Cessna, Zulu, India, Golf, is cleared to Tango, Alpha, Papa, Hotel, airport, as filed, squawk 4522. Cessna, Zulu, India, Golf, cleared to Tango, Alpha, Papa,
Oh, there's a little bug with my plane.
squawk 4522.
Smash
On
it.
taxi.
Oh.
No, on taxi, all of a sudden the mixture lever just pulled straight out and killed the engine. And then on
Taxi?
takeoff, it did. Yeah, and then on takeoff, it did the same thing again.
That's weird.
That's not good.
So I had to hurry up, reach over, shove it back in. You could see black smoke shooting out of my engine, and
Turn right heading 30.
All right, so I decided to fly at 3,500 feet, and I'm still in the clouds.
What's your speed, Zig?
Let me get back in there. I was outside. 127.
Okay. Because I'm at like 125, 126. I was just wondering. What about you, Moondog?
My indicated's 124. But you go to active skies, Zig's 116. You're 116. I'm 120. And I come out the clouds and there's Draco, Zig, and it's got to be Bob. Yeah.
So yesterday I was just messing around and I was looking to do a flight in the F-50 from Miami to Princess Juliana. You know, it was going to be a 5-hour flight in the F-50.
You were looking at going where, did you say?
From Miami to Princess Juliana.
Oh, okay.
It was going to end up being a 5-hour flight.
In the F-50?
Yep.
Why? That doesn't sound like that's correct amount of time.
At 25,000 feet, you're only in that plane. You can only get up to like indicated like 180, 181.
Really?
Go. Ground speed, it's usually like 280, 287.
Vectors. Visual runway 10.
Yep.
Send and maintain 3,500. Turn heading 130.
Yep.
Cessna Zulu India Golf. Contact Salon Center on 128.65. Going to 128.65. Cessna Zulu India Golf. Sun 1 Center, Cessna Zulu India Golf with you. Cessna Zulu India Golf. Sun 1 Center, Roger. Altimeter 3004.
30 minutes out.
Yep.
I don't know if this is a good idea. My wife salts her food while I'm eating the last of her piece of pizza that she had. And when I mean she salts her food, I think she just gets it wet, dunks it in, and then smears, lathers it in salt. Because I'm telling you what, I've never tasted that much salt on a piece of pizza before.
Pizza's not supposed to be salty.
She'd eat salt with salt.
With a side of salt.
Yeah.
You know what? For her birthday, you should just get her like one of those big horse salt licks.
I've harassed her about it, but I've also don't want to die in the middle of this night, so
Yeah.
We have jokingly and lovingly jokingly that she is the salt monster from planet M135.
Is that a Star Trek reference or something?
Yeah. Probably
Yo
very
no
popular
comprendo. What?
I would love to see Moondog just walk in and just drop a huge block of salt right on the kitchen table. Here you go. Here's dinner.
Let's see.
I brought you
What
something.
holiday's coming up next? Guess I could do it for a birthday.
Please tell me you're going to record it and share it with us if you do.
If I do it for her birthday, I probably won't have to worry about Christmas presents a week later. Probably won't have to worry about streaming, breathing.
Because I don't know about Zig, but I'd pay to see that reaction.
That's a gift, though, that if I get it, she's not going to return it. Although it may be broken because it'll be smacked across my forehead. Draco's still salivating over, record it, record it, record it, I want to see it.
No, you just get it for her and say, hey, look, I made dinner. And then tell her, now don't lose this because when things go to hell, salt's going to be a currency. You can even tell her I helped you think of it.
That's going to be the first thing I'm going to say.
Because I ain't afraid of no woman. My wife didn't hear that, did she?
You'll know if you hear a giant gong.
What's that? Draco, you okay?
Even if she doesn't hear it, we'll try and send her a message that she needs to watch this portion of the stream.
Do a little clip, send it to her.
Yeah. Bob's flying off in a different direction. He's tired of us.
Well, Bob's
No,
always
not
been
no
different.
van.
You know, Bob is a little different.
He's giving him the scenic tour. Well, let's loop around and see if we can't see some whales down there for you to look at.
No, Bob.
No, I got a good way to see whales. Just go
Moondog is the only one that's allowed to moondog it.
Oh. Hit the pause button. 50 miles out.
That'd be cool if you get your a wheel, Draco. We've been talking about doing some trucking.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get it this week. Order it this weekend, and hopefully by sometime next week, I'll have it. Not that I'll be around much to use it next week.
Did you say you was not going to be here Saturday, right?
If I am, it's gonna be about the same time I got on tonight.
Okay, so what?
Because I don't get off till 9:30.
So that'll leave Zig by himself until we decide to show up. Because I won't be here, and even if I show up, I won't stream. I'm going midnight or nighttime canoeing with the wife. Is a
Canoodling?
It's a trap.
it's a trap.
If she says you don't need a life vest, here, hold this bowling ball, it's a trap.
No, because she won't do that till we get to the end because she doesn't do canoes herself, so she'll need me to paddle us back.
If you see her show up with a battery and a trolling motor,
Just say he told you so.
Well, the one canoeing thing does once a month moonlight canoeing. So no, she's got to have 2 flashlights along with her cigarettes. The cigarettes to calm her, the 2 flashlights to watch for all the bats and the evil things that are on the bank of the river. So I end up canoeing, pushing them, paddling the canoe because she enjoys it.
she enjoys being terrified and shining flashlights at everything.
Yeah, well, it's safe. It's just the fact that going down there in the dark, you get all the shadows. So she's checking to make sure, super vigilant. She watches enough crime shows where the murderer is always hiding in the dark spot next to the river anyways.
So naturally, she wants to go there.
Yeah. And then it's not so much that she's scared of the bad guys. She just wants to see the murder happen in person. That's all.
That's disturbing.
That way she doesn't have to wait for the show to come on. That's all it is. Which is even more disturbing.
Or what if she's been watching all these shows to get tips, and she's already got it planned out for you?
She doesn't need them. She's taken all the courses. She knows how to find out what was done. So she's done all the pathology courses. Instead of what she's doing, she could take the bar and become Dr. Mooney and be a pathologist. So how did Draco die? Yeah, he got pinged in the head for saying he's not scared of no woman.
Oh, I've taken more blows to the head than you'll ever imagine. Zig, you're starting to catch up with Moondog on who's gonna get throw a punch and all picked up.
Well, I said we need to do an in-depth investigation to see which one of us should get punched first. We can start with polls on the streams and stuff, or friends that know us. Dan, be quiet. Well, this is one of those times where you go, I don't know anyone named Mr. Moondog. He's a nice guy. I'm just watching the time. I've got 45 minutes before my internet may just spontaneously shut off.
The hamster gets tired and stops.
Yeah.
Well, it's not here. It's wherever.
Did the Cleveland LeBrons play tonight, or is that tomorrow night?
Cleveland LeBron.
That's tomorrow night.
I'll be back.
I just started calling them the LeBrons because nobody else on that team helps out. So
there's the sad thing. The last few years up to this, he had some help.
Right, some help.
But
at least another
every
guy.
year it's getting less and less and less.
Yeah.
So it's like,
well, like, I don't know what it was the other night when I watched the game. I don't know if it was, I don't remember. I think that was game 1 because I didn't watch all of game 2. But like in game 1 or whatever, he scored like 51 points, I think.
51. Yeah, 51. The most.
And the rest of the
that
team
he's ever
together scored like 50. It's ridiculous.
No, actually, they only scored like 30 something.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, wait a minute. That was that game. No, yeah, they scored.
Because I thought it was like
50.
it was slight.
Yeah.
Then it wasn't the final like slightly over 100 with the overtime or something.
Yeah, you're right. But that's ridiculous. And here's the sad thing. Kevin Love is actually a very good basketball player. He
Yeah.
used to be an outstanding basketball player when he was in Minnesota. But his role has gone from like a power forward to a shooting guard, and he doesn't even do half the stuff he used to do.
It's just you watch Golden State and they kick it out and they shoot the three and it's just like boop, boop,
Yeah.
boop. They're just ripping the net, and then like if LeBron don't take it to the rim and he kicks it out and they throw it up for a three, it's like brick, brick, brick,
Yeah.
miss, air. It's like, oh, you see him kick
Yeah.
it out and you're like, no.
No, that's it exactly. It's like,
Brick, 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 air. Jeez.
yeah. And I'm an old Lakers fan, the Lakers of the '80s, where you had Kareem. Okay, you throw it inside, it's going to get scored. If it's missed, you've got Worthy, will rebound it. You know, you've got Scott, Byron Scott, Michael Cooper. Let's not forget Magic. You know, you're going to get contribution everywhere. But no, it's LeBron and, well, let's grab that janitor over there and let's grab
Right.
two boys and a cheerleader, and that's it. That's my start. That's my five.
And you know, I can't remember who the dude was that like after the free throw like
J.R. Smith.
started.
Nope.
It's just like, what are you doing, dude? Get your head in the game. This isn't, 10-year-olds playing basketball and you don't know what's going on. They should have had a pretty good chance of winning that game right there.
They had it once.
They deserved to
tipped
win
back
it
in.
the way they played.
Yeah.
And
If they tipped
that
it in,
mental
they
error
had it
just
won.
kind of ruined it. You know what I mean?
Yep. That tip in would have won the game.
Yeah.
Because that would have left part of a second for a miracle 2 or 3 for Golden State. Which, give them credit, they probably could have done that.
Yeah,
But
I
they
mean,
would
there's a
have
good
had to do
chance.
that.
There's a chance, a decent chance, but
But, just hold on to it and go into overtime. That's poking the bear. And trust me, I understand that. You just don't do it.
I'm not a huge basketball fan, but Jake plays basketball, so I at least, like last year, I watched the finals and watched I didn't watch all of game 2 because I could just tell it wasn't going good, and Jake likes Cleveland. That's his team.
Sorry, Jake.
Not so bad.
No, they're not bad. To
Well,
be
I mean,
honest,
LeBron's good. The rest of the team's not, but
Yeah. I've always been a Lakers fan, but I've liked the Cavaliers. But to be honest, if you could put these Cavaliers with LeBron against the Cavaliers with Mark Price, Brad Daugherty, and Hot Rod Williams, and Larry Nance Sr. and all that, I don't know if they'd stand a chance.
And none of them would hold a candle to the Bulls of the 90s.
Well, that's the only ones that beat the Cavs was the Bulls. If it hadn't been for them, the Cavs would have won championships then. The Michael Jackson Gatorade commercial is from the Cavs. And if it hadn't been for that, I mean, he had to make that shot.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. Who did I
Michael
say?
Jackson didn't play for the Bulls.
he did
No, he
Pepsi
did not.
commercial anyways.
Yeah. But
Well, tried to.
yeah. But you understand what I'm saying. Jordan's Gatorade commercial, the leap at the end, that was him hitting the Price over Craig Elo. I mean, if he hadn't, that was a last second 1-point win. If it hadn't been for that, Cavs went on to the playoffs, to the championships. So that's what I'm saying. Them Cavs were that good. Jordan did beat them, but I think them Cavs could have beat the Cavs now because they played as a whole team.
LeBron tries to play as a team. It's just, it's just like I said, when you see him kick it out, and you're just like, no, don't throw it out there, because brick, bing, bong, bong, bang, air ball, no.
Well, honestly, I think LeBron James would be more liked if he wasn't crybabying all the time and flopping constantly.
What heading are you on there, Zig?
They just changed me to 100.
Okay. For some reason, I come back inside and my autopilot's off. Slowly gaining altitude, so it's like I have to reset everything.
So Jake wants to see a Cavaliers game next season. Although if LeBron's not there, I don't know if he'll want to. But
yeah,
I didn't tell him it took a pretty long drive to Cleveland.
If you drive all the way to Cleveland to see the game, I'll come up and see you. Because it's only an hour to the Coliseum for me.
It's 8.5, I think, for us.
Yeah. You might as well go to an Indianapolis game.
Yeah. Mrs. Zig was asking, she's like, well, how can you see Cleveland? I'm like, well, we got the Colts or Chicago, or apparently there's a team in Memphis.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies.
Memphis Grizzlies, yeah.
Which I didn't know that. They're so good, you hear about them all the time.
It used to be Vancouver.
Yeah.
Oh, so they haven't been there that long?
No.
3 years? 3 years?
Oh,
4 years?
well, that makes more sense then.
Yeah, they've been down there for a little while, but they're a Western Conference team, so they're going to play more San Antonio and Golden State and all that. Although where'd the Seattle Sonics go to?
Who was the Vancouver team? What were they called? Vancouver what?
Vancouver Grizzlies.
Vancouver, yeah.
Really?
And there's the Toronto Raptors.
I've heard of them. Never heard of the Vancouver Grizzlies. So I'm not a huge basketball fan, so that.
The Vancouver Grizzlies came about right at the end of
They were
Bulls
one of the
Dynasty era.
Oh, okay.
They were one of the last expansion teams.
Oh, okay. And obviously they weren't super popular, didn't do too good there because they moved.
They didn't get the attendance.
Yeah.
And they did that whole, we want more attendance and we want a better, or we're moving. And they said, yeah, okay, see ya.
It's like the Montreal Expos.
Yeah, or the St. Louis Rams. Oh, wait, no, they had good attendance. That's right, that was something different.
50 extra points if you can tell us who the Montreal Expos are now.
Washington Nationals.
Dan, we knew you knew that.
The Walgreens.
The Walgreens.
And they became the Washington Nationals because the Washington Senators moved out. Went away a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're now known as the Washington Senators, are now known as Texas Rangers.
Yep. And the Montreal Expos actually played in Puerto Rico until they could play in Washington, and they changed their name then.
Right. When they left Montreal, spent time in... Yeah, right, correct. Yep.
But I don't know if he still is or not, but Jordan used to be part owner of the Toronto Raptors.
No, he's now down with the Charlotte team.
Are they still the Charlotte Hornets?
Nope.
No. No, because they're now the Oklahoma Pelicans or New Orleans Pelicans or whatever. Maybe I'm incorrect with who he's still associated with.
Just like the Baltimore Ravens then became the Baltimore Colts, then became the Indianapolis Colts, and then the Baltimore Ravens became. And the Texans used to be the Houston Oilers.
Part owner in the
No.
Wizards.
Or no,
The
I'm
Tennessee
sorry.
Titans.
Tennessee Titans used to be the Houston Oilers.
Yeah. He's part owner in the Wizards.
Yeah.
They're going to fell on you.
Washington Wizards. Are they still Washington Wizards?
Yeah. Because Washington Bullets was too mean sounding. Turn right 190. Thank you.
Well, they're talking about having a new basketball team on the south side of Chicago. It's called the Chicago Black Jackets.
Chicago flag. It's okay.
No, I thought it had been straight jackets.
Well, no, because if you go to the south side of Chicago, you have to wear a flak jacket to survive.
Maybe we should just get an NBA team here.
Yeah, you could probably get one to move there pretty quick, easily.
I know. Let's pull all of our money together, and we'll call it. The Missouri Monkeys.
That's derogatory towards black people.
That's not the monkeys we were talking about.
Maybe we can get the zoo to sponsor us.
Free bananas for the first 1,000 people.
I don't know. They say there's not enough corporate money here for an NBA team. A lot of NBA talent comes out of this area.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. The St. Louis Beer Bellies. They can be sponsored by Bush Beer. Or, is it Bush? No.
Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah.
Anheuser-Busch, yeah.
Well, InBev.
Turn left heading 120, descend and maintain 2000. Cessna, Zulu, India Golf.
And the stadium can be called the Beer Keg.
Okay, Edward, I almost crashed taking off because of forces with the autopilot. I'm not going to crash now. Now's the easy part. But thank you for stopping in and asking me to crash.
Cessna, Zulu, India Golf. Please expedite your descent to 2000.
If I don't watch the speed, I'm going to rip the wings off. There we go.
Are you descending?
Yeah, I'm down to 2,000.
Yeah, we're gonna land right in tandem again.
Trying not to do that.
$2,500.
Because they got me going down to 2,000 as well. They turned you on to 120.
No, I might. Yeah, 125.
And if you look out your right window, you will see that's a Zig.
Oh, there goes Draco. Passing. We can't see you out of... Oh, there you are back there. Maybe back there.
Okay, I gotta watch the speed, so we'll just jump up for a second and see where. Got just enough clouds. I don't see you guys.
Somebody's 1.9,
Oh, there's Zig ahead of me.
1.4.
You got somebody saying hi to you there, Zig.
Hey, baller. Welcome to the stream.
You're 1.4 ahead of me, which is a whole lot better than that 0.1 ahead of the last time.
Turn left 100.
Acknowledge that you have to see the runway.
Yeah, I don't see it. You see it?
Ah, hell no. I'm way too far away from it.
I'm 11 miles.
Oh, there it is. I had to zoom way in to see it, but
You're 11 miles out. Turn heading 110 or 100. Thank you. For runway in sight. Don't see it yet, all the way zoomed in. Oh, wait, there it is. It is right on the coast, okay.
Yep, I see it.
Yeah, we'll report it in sight just so that it gets that out of the way.
Baller wants to know if you can fly a diamond. Zig.
I don't know what that is.
Diamond pattern where where we all bunch up and fly
Oh,
a diamond pattern. It might take us the whole stream to line up like that, and we probably don't want to do it in these planes.
Wait a minute. Which airfield is it? Because I got two right on the coast.
I don't know. I'm landing at the one that I see right in front of me.
I got one right in front of me, then I have another one pretty much right in front of me, but it's a little bit further to the left of the first one, of the...
I don't know. I don't.
I've got that.
Oh, there is another one right there in there. I don't know. I'm taking the one to the right, I guess. That's weird. It's the one to the right according to the GPS.
Yeah, it's the one to the right because we're lined up on that one. The other one to the left is
Would be coming in at a little bit different angle.
an angle. Yeah.
Tango Golf Papa Hotel traffic. Cessna Zulu India Golf is on downwind runway 10. Tango Golf Papa Hotel traffic. Cessna
I'm sad
Zulu
now.
India Golf
Edward left
is on
after asking me to
runway
crash.
10 to land.
Doesn't look like
I'll
there's
make you
really
feel bad.
happy lights.
Crash. I don't think there is any lights on this runway.
It is a visual, so. Yeah, they don't even have any approaches, so you can't even. Alright, let's put some flaps in.
1,000.
Then let's set this for 500 feet. And
500.
send
Yeah. Well, are we gonna do another one yet tonight?
400.
Why not?
it. I don't know what's the length of the next one.
I don't know. I hadn't looked. But it's 11 o'clock already now. So
300.
17 minutes.
What's 17 minutes?
The next flight.
oh, it's only 17 minutes. Oh, I could do another one then. If you guys wanted to, if it's that short. I don't screw up and crash this one. I think that's the runway behind these trees over here.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is.
It's like somebody thought it was a good idea just to cut down all the trees in a square. Slap a runway down in the middle of it and not clear any of the trees around it.
We go slightly to the left of the trees.
$200.
I gotta wait for your tags to flash where there's nothing there so I can see the runway so I can line up on it.
$100.
I swear.
50, 40, 30, 20,
This is not an easy runway to
10.
land on.
Oh shit.
Fuck. Really? My gear clipped a branch. And you crashed.
You got that on? That like happens? Because I've flown through trees.
Yeah, but he's with his. It's always on.
It's always on?
I think so, isn't it?
I don't know. It's I think it's considered terrain. I think trees are considered terrain in P3D.
Hmm.
5.
I'm not going to do another one because I'm not going to sit here for 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Oh, for it to...
Yeah, because it automatically defaults back
gotcha.
to the F-22 and somewhere in Florida.
Do you want to do another short one, Moondog?
I'm fine either way.
No, I have detect crashes and damages. But I have vehicle stress off, collisions with other vehicles off.
Two. Come on, gently sit down before you get to the end of the runway. Alright, there's a 161,
Yeah, I did the same thing.
127 in the dirt.
Yep. Exactly.
But I hit the center of the runway, I think.
Well, it logged mine at the 177 because I had about 4. So it picked a good one. There was one that was 330, so...
Coming back over here. Well, at least if we take off from here, we shouldn't have to worry about the trees
Why is it...
for the runway.
It's showing my flight as progress as 98%. Why would it show that?
I don't know.
EAPH, that's where we're going, right? Yeah. Oh, was it just because I didn't put the parking brake on? Is that a thing?
That is a thing.
I mean, I know you gotta turn it on, but is that worth 2%? No.
I'm at 98
Okay.
also.
That's weird. IREP has been filed.
Stop flight. It's ready. What did it do landing? 161. The first one. Yep. File. File.
So I was thinking, if you guys want, maybe we could do the forest tomorrow night. Unless you're wanting
Okay.
to play Arma.
Alright.
I might need an Arma break. I was quite frustrated.
I was too.
I just hope we
Yes
have.
or no for the next one there, Zig?
I will. You want to knock one out?
Okay. We'll do that then real quick. Alright. Then we won't say goodnight then yet. We'll do the next one real quick. Flight bid.
I am going to say goodnight because I am tired.
Okay.
And my sinus pills have decided to start working.
That makes sense.
So I will catch you all tomorrow night.
Alright, we'll see you, Draco.
And hopefully soon, hopefully I'll be able to get my steering wheel and we'll be able to do some farming and some trucking and stuff.
Yay, trucking.
Yay. Alright, Draco.
Alright,
Guys
Draco.
later.
See ya.
So let's see.
Alright.
I need to go to flight
The
planner.
only thing I didn't do was change my flight level in the Mac cars.
Shame on you.
I don't think that matters.
I don't think it was either. Let's see. So this, we are
APH
at
to
TAPH.
APA.
Active run. Okay. Go to
IFR direct. Okay. Ooh, it's wanting me to go at 4,000 feet. Okay.
direct. Fine ground. Straight south. 4,000. Doke.
Gotta set the time. Change the time on us.
Do I want to change? No, because I'll go from where I'm at. World. Time.
7,
What is it supposed to be?
720.
720. Oh. GMT, so.
Pretty early in the
Night.
morning. Or
Yeah.
night. I guess technically it's night, huh? That is what it says, right?
That's what I see it as.
Okay. Give it
17-minute. Oh, wow. I hope there's landing lights where we're going.
I hope so too. We'll give it a try.
3:15 in the morning. Who's flying out of frickin' Bermuda areas in that early in the morning? That's just asking to end up lost for forever.
That's just asking to end up in the triangle.
Yeah. Where'd we lose him? Well, you don't know. Well, what time did he fly out? It was dark. Told him not to go.
Thinking?
Alright, well. Let's see here.
Starfleet. Auto start. Hope my plane's in good condition still. Look at that. Where I started it up.
Started it up. Nice. Landing lights are on. It's fine. It's dark here. Leave them on.
Okay. Fuel's good. That's good. Well, there's not even runway lights on this runway to help take off. Well, there'll probably be lights because there's several different approaches for 7 and 25, so
Okay.
if we can get out of here,
If we can get out of here and get to the big island,
we
where
might be
they've got-
okay.
yeah. Now I haven't added any fuel since we started this, and
haven't
I'm
either.
down to 9 gallons, which in each tank, which should be good enough for this flight.
Landing, taxi, Astro, Vito, that all. Okay.
We did do IFR, didn't we?
I did. Oh,
Right. Well, taxi and we're departing south. Okay.
Hotel, traffic, Cessna, Zulu, India Golf is clear of the runway.
Go down the other end and
so it's not letting me file IFR though, but I can pick a runway to take off on. Which way we're gonna go?
Yeah.
28. We landed on 10. Just go back out the other way, or do we
oh,
want?
I guess we could. I guess we're down here.
Or do we want to taxi down and, or whatever?
No, we're down here. I'll just loop back around real quick and we'll line up on 28. Just watch out for the trees at the end.
Tango Alpha Papa Hotel, traffic, Cessna, Zulu, India Golf is taxiing to runway 28.
I guess maybe you can't do an IFR if there's no
No, you
tower.
can still file it. You can still file it.
Is
It's
it-
with because I've done it a bunch of other times with like
It's- it's
FS Economy.
It's not giving me the option, but that's fine. I'm not
Yeah.
worried about it.
You want me to take off first?
Oh, I don't care.
All right. Let's see.
Did I just blind you?
No. And just double checking all that's set. Mixtures are in, flaps are on. Good.
Yep, I need to do mine here too. I didn't reset my fly live, that's okay.
Do that in the air. Turn off the cockpit lights. This is where Sig goes, cockpit lights? You turned on the interior lights? How did you do that?
I know how to do that.
Sig knows what he's doing. He's a professional pilot.
Yeah, sure.
So the plane takes off, leans right into the tree. Yep, that's the stall warning going. You don't have enough speed to be climbing. Yeah, I know. I got it.
We missed the tree, so that was good.
Yeah, I missed it, but I dove straight for it, and I had to pull up to miss it, and that's what gave me the stall warning.
Don't think. Stink. Fat.
Oh, paused because it was too close already.
Yeah, that's funny.
2,500.
Come on. Just hold some level flight here.
Alright, I think I got things settled down. That was a little nerve-wracking. You doing okay on this one?
Yeah, because I'd never turned on the autopilot till just now.
Yeah, I just turned mine on, but I couldn't get it. Couldn't get my trim sorted, and with it being nighttime, I was losing my had a little vertigo going on. I couldn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no. Low fuel, right? Yeah, I know. I'm good.
TAPH. TAPA.
Aircode Center, Cessna, Zulu, India Golf, 6 miles southwest. Charlie Oscar, request IFR to DC Bird, ready to copy. Cessna, Zulu, India Golf, is cleared to DC Bird, airport test file, squawk 4522.
See, we don't need our taxi lights anymore.
Cessna, Zulu, India Golf, cleared to DC Bird, airport test file, squawk 4522. Cessna, Zulu, India Golf, feedback correct. Radar contact 3000, altimeter 3003, turn right heading 180, proceed on course, climb and maintain 4000. Cessna, Zulu, India Golf, you are 22 miles north, turn right heading 235, climb and maintain 4000, expect vectors visual, runway 7, approach. Turn right heading 235, climb and maintain 4000, expect vectors visual, runway 7, approach. Cessna, Zulu, India Golf.
Gave me runway 7.
Contact BC Bird, approach 1119, wait 1. Cessna, Zulu, India Golf. BC Bird, approach. Cessna, Zulu, India Golf, is climbing through 3,700 for 4,000. Cessna,
Left,
Zulu, India Golf,
make
BC Bird,
left
approach,
traffic,
Roger,
runway 7.
altimeter 3003.
Oh, will you guys make up your mind on the altimeter? I just changed it from 303 because they told me it was 30, and then now they just told me it was back to 303. Idiots.
Cessna, Zulu, India Golf, please expedite your turn to heading 235.
Didn't I hit heading? that's not.
See how I'm doing this VFR, basically. I've already turned on my vectors for approach and flying it that way.
Do what, Moondog?
Because I don't have an IFR.
Oh, you didn't?
Like, yeah, it never did file it, so I'm just flying VFR to the island right now.
I got you. I'm gonna do VOR. I don't know do you know the difference between the VOR DME? I'll just do that one. Vectors.
V2.
Load. Oh, come on.
There's no ILS on this one. So. At 4,000 now. Cruising at 127 or so, 129. Flaps are good, strobes. Okay, so if we're doing this one, it only leaves us a flight that's a 26-minute flight and a 17-minute flight.
Yeah, so we should be able to knock that out in an evening pretty easy.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I just got a V2 speed. All right. So Armin just sort of pissed you off last night, huh?
Well, it's just, you know, I don't know how much. Yes, and I don't know with just the three of us playing, like, how much we're going to be able to accomplish, because I think we're reaching a point where they're just going to be mad at us all the time. And at some point, that's what's going to happen. You know, because now every time we get on, we have to do a FOB because it's already at 60%. So we're going to start running out of
the enemy.
The
I
prisoner
understand
points.
it being, right. The enemy, I understand it that way. We do need to make sure we try and capture more prisoners.
Well, yeah.
To balance that, that's fine. The civilians is what I'm upset about, and I think that's coming down to the using the heavy guns. One, yes, it knocks them down quickly.
Yeah, no, that.
But we're going into an area with it, so it matches forces, so it's difficult, but it matches with what we have.
Yeah.
So that now we have to go in with that, but then we're going up against where there's buildings where you blow it over with a heavy wind, and we're shooting grenades at it, and then they get pissed at us.
Well, and I even knocked one down with that 30mm cannon. Just by wrapping off a couple rounds in there, knocked down one of those little shacks, and it's like, really?
Yeah, so...
Yeah, I mean, but just in general, we're getting to that point where, since we don't have a bunch of people playing, you know, just the way that scenario is set up, that we're always going to be behind, I feel like.
Yeah. Well, I think we need to sort of scale back and finish taking what we have on these two islands, finish it off the hunt, so we have it, and then you know what? Instead of going it little bit by little bit, if we have enough stuff coming in, you know what? Maybe a couple artillery, 2 of them, and we're not going to worry about a little town. Let's go after the freaking capitals.
Yeah, it could be.
Just see what happens. I mean, what's the worst can happen? We blow it out of the water to the point where we got to go, well, it's time for reset and completely do it in a different way, or it works somewhat, and you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, that's not a bad idea either, to just head for the Capitals and see if we can break down some of their...
if we're going to knock down buildings and have people mad, the best way to get it is to take the Capitals out.
Yeah.
And what's then, if we're going to blow a little shack up, you might as well blow up a building.
It's just too bad we can't make a vehicle like that one that we had that has the machine gun.
Yeah.
That has the 7.62 machine gun, has the grenade launcher, and has the anti-tank. That's like the perfect vehicle.
I'm sure it's there. We're just not seeing it, and it was like.
Yeah, I know we were in a
we were
hurry.
able to
Maybe
get
we
it.
need to do a little research and see if we can't get one of those, or that similar type
Right.
of vehicle.
Okay, so where is airport? It should be down there. Oh, there it is, right there. So yeah, I am flying sort of parallel to it. It's inland a little bit. There's enough lights on it, you can definitely see it.
I can't see nothing because I'm up in the clouds. They got me at 4,000 feet still.
I'm at 4,000, but I'm,
Oh.
I'm on my own here. I'm halfway in there.
So yeah, I was just getting frustrated with Arma a little bit, all the way around. You know what I mean? It's like that last little one we were trying to take there was difficult, and
Yep, because we had gorillas.
we had gorillas, and just it was just
You had
difficult.
And then the two quick vehicles. You had the tank in the background.
Yeah.
You had the regular squads in there, and Arma's not bad. It's just trying to jump in there.
Yeah.
You, me, and Draco, we're sort of communicate
Well,
somewhat
we're used to
well
playing
now.
together, and I
Right.
don't think he's played that game very much. So,
Right.
and certainly not in a multiplayer setting like we were doing.
Right.
So it's just it's hard. And we've reached that point. We've taken enough territory in there where that game's just they're fighting back, and it's going to be things are going to be more challenging. They're going to come and attack us, and you know what I mean.
Yep.
And there's not really a good way. Like, I tried to set up some guys, and we'll see what happens when they log back in, if we're still there, if they're still there. But I put a couple guys on the guns and stuff up on top of our tower, but the whole time I had to listen to them yakking because they were in my squad. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And every time I would die, they'd be like, taking command, and it was just, all that racket in my headphones was just aggravating me. But I wanted to have somebody there so that if all of a sudden they would be attacking our base, that there would be some sort of defense there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I don't know. We're just gonna hit a point where we're gonna run out of the prisoner points, and we're not gonna be able to keep up, and they're gonna come for us. And that's kind of what happened the last time, right? And
Yeah.
Kind of about where it ended. We made it so far, and then
Right. And
they
it's
started
like,
fighting back, and it got to be too hard because you can't back down their aggression at all. And when you're only playing with 2 or 3 people, it's hard. That's set up. There's people that play that, and they got 10 or 15 people playing at a time. You know what I mean? And people playing all the time. When the server's like open or whatever, people are just getting on there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's hard with just the 3 of us playing. Finally, you're gonna send me down.
2100. Cessna Zulu India Golf.
Yeah, I'm at 2,700 feet now.
Taking me down to 2100.
I'm going to 2,000. Let's roll this all the way down to 15. Because I'm following the approach in here. I've got it set on GPS approach. And followed that in.
Your descent to 2,100.
I'm expediting. I can't go much faster than that. Dropping out of the sky as it is like a rock. Maybe you should have told me sooner, buddy. Don't yell at me.
Get this up over 140 and try and make a turn left to a heading. I'm going to rip the wings off. I know this because Moondog's done it several times.
This has a nice long approach that I can lock onto with the nav though, so that'll help get me lined up when it's hard to see.
Yeah. I've got plenty of light, so.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I
Yeah.
can't see it yet, so
Yeah.
I have to make a 90-degree turn here in a minute and then probably be able to see it. But I just like having that
2,500.
locking on to the approach with the nav just to get it lined up nice and smooth.
Yeah.
I just wish you could turn off the altitude portion of the autopilot and do that manually, but yet let it fly the nav
Yeah,
path.
well, turn the
Doesn't work. That doesn't work.
2,100.
turn the altitude and hold off.
Nope. Can't turn it off.
Cessna Zulu India Golf. Did you copy? Turn left heading 100. Descend and maintain 2,100. Cessna Zulu India Golf.
My mixture back up.
I see you all the way over there and all kinds of sparkly lights. Are you going in on 7?
Yes.
I don't know what I'm seeing then.
Autopilot off. Clear to land. Alright, thank you. Now you can be quiet and stay over there.
Okay, that's it there maybe. 075. I ain't turning off that far. Sure.
Cessna Zulu India Golf, runway in sight. Cessna Zulu India Golf, short 10 miles southwest, climb and maintain 2,100, cleared visual, runway 7, approach, contact VC Bird Tower on 118.2. Climb and maintain 2,100, cleared visual, runway 7, approach, tower on 118.2. Cessna Zulu India Golf. Bird Tower, Cessna Zulu India Golf is 9 miles southwest. Inbound visual, runway 7, approach. Cessna Zulu India Golf, Bird Tower, make straight in, runway 7, altimeter 3003. Make straight in.
Is there PAPI lights?
Cessna
Yep,
Zulu
PAPI
India
lights,
Golf.
there's approach lights.
Approach lights.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what those are. But okay.
Those are the lights before the runway.
Looks like the approach takes you in a little off axis, does it?
Slightly.
Okay. Are the PAPI lights at the end of the runway?
Yeah, they're at the beginning of it. The approach lights are way before it.
Oh, okay. Oh, alright. I was thinking that was the runway there. Okay. I'm pretty far out still, so I can't. I'm not even to that first waypoint yet, but I'm high. So I need to...
That was a 98. I'll take that.
Cessna Zulu India Golf, cleared to land, runway 7. Cleared to land, runway 7. Cessna Zulu India
Exit
Golf.
parking, please. I'm actually going to go to parking.
$1,000.
I'll take this parking. They literally, I pulled off the runway at the one taxiway, and they said, okay, taxi parking, and it's literally like 100 feet from where I was at. Alright, so let's do this. Parking.
I haven't done a night landing in quite a while.
500.
BC Bird Tower, landmark 960, ready at runway 7. Departure to the west, landmark
400.
8, hold short
definitely don't want to run off the end here.
Short runway 7.
No, because then you're off the end.
300.
You're in the water, are you?
Yeah, it's a little bit of ways, but yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty long runway, but...
Yeah.
200.
So I'm watching you. Yeah, you're over the approach lights now.
Yeah.
Heck, I didn't notice that they've got Pappies in
100.
the middle of the runway too.
$50, $40, $30, $20, $10.
Come on. 228, are you kidding me? Sometimes you gotta land this thing so slow it feels like you're just gonna drop out of the sky.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I lost the realism because that plane that I just saw on my end, you didn't see.
Do what?
They had one taxiing on the runway. My AI, they had
Oh.
one taxiing on the runway. You just blew through the one that was taxiing. So, just everyone ignore that realism.
See, this is the taxiway here.
Yeah, that's the. I think that's.
Oh, is that you there? Oh, that's a Grand Caravan, but around them.
No, that's me to the left there.
Contact ground on 121.9. Landmark 968. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 7. Parking west approved.
Straight ahead there at your 11 o'clock.
Landmark 968.
Plane that's shut down and dead quiet. Alright. I'll do the taking us out. Thank you for everyone for stopping in and hanging out. Dan in Aviation for hanging out. Bob for flying with us. Draco for flying with us. Zig, thank you for hanging out. We typically fly Tuesday and Saturday nights. Spontaneous streams throughout the week. I don't know what we'll do. I may stream if we do the last two flights just so it's caught on records. So
I was thinking I might do that too, just whenever it ends
Okay.
up being.
Okay.
Doesn't sound like it'll be tomorrow night, but if it would end up being Thursday evening or Friday evening.
Okay. Right.
Do a quick
I
little
won't
stream.
be here for Saturday though, so might as well do that for sure then. Check out those in the rest of the Monkey Show, and everyone have a nice night. Thanks for stopping out.
Yep. See you, everybody.